Okay. I know you've read or heard about that game, movie, or comic, blah, blah, but you haven't heard it from us. So chill, relax, let us talk all about it before you log off.
Oh my god, did you see the meme of Arya and I forget the Ironborn guy.
Oh,
Theon?
Reek?
Oh,
Euron?
Euron?
Euron.
Euron Greyjoy.
What is it?
What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, that's
Just
a good
falling
one.
from the fucking sky.
Just falling from the sky. That's how it's going to end. It's probably going to end that
She
way.
just falls from a mile above. That's fucking.
Arya's just gonna be killing everybody, dude.
It's like in Avengers. Did he have a parachute? No, he did not.
No, he did not.
Drogon should be flying with Dany and jump off. Yeah. Did she have a parachute? No, she did not.
All right.
There's a rumor that there might be more dragons. It might be.
Damn, son,
'Cause,
where'd you find this?
was it Drogon? How he was gone for
A year?
fucking
Long
ever?
time.
He was
Okay, so
he
if
was eating kids and killing goats.
If they want to go like really back in depth
Making babies.
in the dragon dance, what is it called? Dance of
Dance
the
of
Dragons.
Dragon?
The goat eater and goat eater, but 2 dragons flew off and just left.
Yeah.
So I mean, they could have had babies. And then they could have had babies with their babies because it's Targaryen, so they just bang family members, which is
Drogon
gross.
was just
But
flying everywhere.
I find it hard to believe that if they were out, I could see it coming if they did it. I'd be like, oh, okay, cool, that's cool callback. But it wouldn't make sense how they just all of a sudden come to Daenerys' side. Because Daenerys has been there with.
She's.
Go-
I'm sorry,
Here's
everybody. If
Drogon.
you like it, it's done. That's not happening anymore. If you
No,
like
she's-
Dany, she's an enemy.
No. But what I'm
gone.
saying is, these if Drogon flew off
Uh-huh.
and had laid
Babies.
eggs,
Yeah.
and Daenerys doesn't know about him. Because
Right.
if Daenerys knew about him, then everyone on her side would know about him.
Yeah.
So why would they all of a sudden just come out of nowhere to
Oh,
fight her
and
war
just all
all
of a sudden know what's going on because they're psychic. Duh.
Trying to find.
wait. Nothing has made sense
Papa.
this season.
He
So
sits in a chair all day.
How did you like episode 3? Was it
which one was that one? Was that the
Battle?
battle?
the Battle of Winterfell?
What I saw was good.
Banner Winterfell.
Winterfell.
Winter Hell. Yeah.
So you didn't like that you couldn't say for one.
Well, so for the longest time I thought it was just because we were in a bright room because we
could
watched it
record
at
this
6
later
o'clock
if
at
you
night.
want. We could save this if this is.
I've been recording this whole time.
I thought it was good. Why?
What would you get the episode out of 100 points? What would you get?
Jeez, out of 100
Holy
points,
shit!
who
I
doesn't?
can give it out of 10, but I want to get more specific.
All right.
He
Six
didn't
out
want
of
to
10.
say a million.
Is it a
Then
64 out of 100?
Jeez.
Said I would give it a 7.9.
Overall,
79 is what I meant, but 7.9 came out.
Terrible.
overall, I'd say
0.0000007.
75.
75?
At 75,
What do
really.
you think they could have done better besides lighting?
I was gonna say maybe a little brightness.
You know what? Hang on.
That didn't bother
Let
me.
me change
that
that.
didn't bother me at
That
all.
Let me
bothered me
change it.
because I couldn't see it.
They're
Six-
fighting the night.
60.
It's going to be dark. 60. Why
I'm
60?
changing it to 60
Why did you lose 15 points?
because
Why did you
I
do
remembered.
math?
I remembered
Why, Matt?
the most frustrating.
It's not just me. I'm not the only one fucking up words tonight.
Okay. All right.
It's frustrating.
I remember the most frustrating part of that was how many characters had the thickest plot armor. Like Jamie and Bran should have died countless times.
So should have Brienne.
I feel like you just said
Because they were. I think said
Ja-
Bran.
Jamie and Brian.
Oh, Brienne. Brienne.
Brienne. No. Okay, so here's the thing. Every time I say Brienne, Emma goes, who? So
I'm just
I
saying.
said Brienne, and she goes, Bran? I don't know how to say her fucking name. The,
Just
the
say
big woman.
Just say B of Tarth.
Brienne
Yeah.
of Tarth.
Brienne of Tarth.
B of Tarth.
Sir
The big
Brienne
woman
of Tarth.
and Jamie
Okay.
should have died
They both should have died, definitely.
many, many times.
So should have Samwell Gingy.
First off,
yeah,
you
yeah.
can't.
Sam Wise.
He was given the Mormonts.
You know? I don't give
No.
a shit.
I forbid you from dying.
He
Oh
should
yeah,
have-
I saw that.
He was under corpses, and they just stepped over him every single time.
I think
The scene in the courtyard when Jar walks past him, he's just laying there and just like
Yeah.
flopping his arms with the 2 daggers.
What was that?
all I can say is that every single person that has tried to protect Sam dies horribly.
Yeah.
And John runs past, looks at him, and goes.
He said, "I know what."
He says, "There's no fucking way."
That was good.
Yeah. There's no way.
He said, "There's no."
There were good parts.
going to release this on our
of that
Patreon,
episode.
by the
60
way.
points that you
I'm
give it?
going to
Yeah,
release this on
that's
our
why
Patreon.
it's 60.
I'm like, that's terrible.
There's good,
That's terrible. But yes.
there's good parts of it, which is what got it to the 60. That scene with Arya was sick.
That feels like that's the thing that saved a lot of
is.
it.
That's
I
the
feel
thing.
a lot of people actually hate that scene
A lot
hate
of people,
it?
a lot of people
Hated it
hate
because
it
it
and
came out of
question
nowhere.
it. Yeah,
because
It has-
John wasn't the one to do it.
It hasn't.
I'm fine with him not
That was
doing
on purpose,
it.
though.
Yeah,
It
I'm
hasn't.
fine with
It
him not
hasn't.
doing
It didn't come out of nowhere.
Yeah, it was set up.
Okay,
It had been setting that up.
Okay, they planned it for 3 years.
Forever.
They've known it for 3 years
They've
that
known
it
it
was
since
going to
the
be her.
beginning.
But if you're watching the episode, nothing except I didn't catch
The
it,
witch.
but nothing except for when Melisandre says
Yeah.
you will shut many eyes, the blue eyes. I didn't see that.
They
The
kind
Blue
of
Eyes
did
White
this
Dragon.
thing where they
Was that a blue eyes white dragon?
I
in
thought
the
that
Oh
Son of
no,
a
it wasn't.
mother.
No, it was not. It
the
was not.
undead dragon wasn't
It
blue
wasn't
eyed.
white. It was blue eyes, but it wasn't white.
what do you call
Well,
White
I guess
Walkers?
technically, okay, yeah.
Blue eyes white
got
dragon
you,
confirmed.
Aaron.
That's what I'm talking about.
First
Got
off,
you.
the memes are everywhere already. So.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Damn it!
For like years. Because when,
Wrong button. I was looking for that one. I was looking for that one. But whatever.
But yeah, no, people didn't like that it wasn't John.
Yeah.
Even John was upset that it wasn't John.
I saw the interview. Yeah.
I saw that.
I like
Yeah, I
that.
saw
He's like,
that.
oh
Yeah,
yeah.
he was fine with it. I was fucking pissed.
Yeah, I
He's
know.
like, I would have put thousands on me. Thousands on me. And then the fact that it's like she runs across the entire
Useless
castle and
useless
everything.
offensive
past
line
the
whites.
what is it? Or the officers or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, the little
And
general
then
guys.
you see the little hair go by like, huh? What?
And he really just nonchalantly like, is that the wind?
He's like, what the fuck? And I get like, you get to
too
see a
late,
whole scene of her like sneak by the whites, and she did it by the skin on her teeth. Like she barely when she's in that room and they're all around her, and she's like
Yeah.
hiding on the table and stuff like that. Like she's not some mystical like sneaking through.
She's
like,
Sam Fisher. She's Splinter Cell.
legitimately
Yeah,
just
she can-
hiding it.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden she's just magical ninja like through hundreds
So,
and
okay,
thousands
if-
of
You
Would
can
you-
write that off because like the White Walkers, they're all just drones basically for the Night King. He basically tells them what to do. He commands them.
Did you not see that?
They,
scene where they're,
he
like,
had him.
Would you-
hiking
hold
on
on.
top of
He
each
no,
other?
he had them like there in a
360
specific.
everywhere.
Would
But
you
they had a path. He had a direct path.
would
to
you
Brian.
would you have accepted this? So have it to where she's the one that still kills him. We're gonna have Arya still kill the Night King, but she does it with like the face swapping thing, to where she makes herself look like, I don't know,
One of the
White.
whites.
one of the whites.
Yeah.
You could have done it this way. The little girl that just got killed in the beginning. He resurrected
Lyanna?
everybody else after that. Say she got up. What if she took her face real quick? Zombie walked up to the Night King. You thought it's the little girl, and then she just stabs him, dropping it, and then
He
boom,
controls
reveal.
them. He had them all sitting there.
If she can
in
run,
a chair,
if she
Aaron.
can run past everybody, we can't
My-
cease to believe that.
My only issue is that so she dipped past everybody.
Yeah, she dipped past
And
everybody.
I don't know how he does it. I don't know if he just raises them and then they just do what he wants,
They-
or if
they-
if he's like
Collective
kind of,
mind. Collective
or if
mind.
he's
Yeah.
like Bran, where he's always attached and sees what they see.
Yeah.
Because if he sees what they see, maybe the general or whatever turning to the right, and then he turns around, just catches her midair, like, hey, I see you.
Yeah.
Maybe he was letting her do that, like, okay, good fucking try, like I knew you were coming, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
That
but
would
she
make
didn't see
sense.
the
And that was
switch.
him
He didn't see
messing
the
up,
switch.
I would be okay with that.
underestimating her.
Yeah.
But I just.
It wasn't explained. if
I
that
liked
was
it.
the
I
case.
loved. I just want to say I love.
Yeah, no, I
the
was
scene
I was
in
I was fun with
particular.
that. A lot of people that I saw that did not like it didn't like it because of how quick it wrapped up
Right.
for such
Because
a
they're
big
like, well,
boss.
A
And that's
big
the
build
thing,
up,
minutes.
one episode. To
Yeah,
wrap
yeah,
it
to
up.
one
Yeah.
episode.
Now,
Yeah, yeah.
That's the biggest complaint is one of my biggest complaints too is like, okay, Night King is done. That's it. And I'm like, okay, I want to know more about him.
And that's what
Yeah.
this is what gets me. One of the things that I've read is people are like, I can't believe that all these people lived. I can't believe that the Night King died in 10 seconds. He just walked and then died.
Yeah.
And it's like the White Walkers have been there since episode 1, literally since episode
Yeah.
1. And it's the last season. You know
Yeah.
that a bunch of things are going to end.
Right.
But this was only episode 3. There's still several episodes left, and it's not the final war because obviously there's
There's still
there's
Cersei,
another
yeah.
war going on. So if a bunch of main characters died, there's still so much that's going on in these last 3 episodes that are another hour and a half, damn near
Right.
2 hours. So I could see that, and everyone's all bitching about how the Night King is all of a sudden, oh, he's done. That didn't matter. None of that mattered. well, half of their entire
Army
army
is
just
now
died.
wiped
right,
out.
and that's
And
that's
we
the
look at
important
it.
part.
We look at it as like, oh, Jamie's still alive. Oh, Brienne's still alive.
Well,
all these
yeah,
people are still
because
alive.
they're like the Dynasty Warriors, where they can take out 100 by themselves
But-
from storyline. That's what that is.
But they're not
agree.
though, because
I
the
get-
storyline has proven that they will kill off main characters regardless.
Yeah, but
of
Here's the
in a
thing, though.
war.
I mean,
like,
Melis,
it doesn't matter. They
When
Missandei just died like a bitch.
okay, but how many
yeah.
big groups of main characters have died in a gigantic battle scene? Because you had the Battle of the Bastards, and there were a lot of main characters in that, and none of them
died.
plot armor on all of them.
Yeah, but it wasn't as thick of plot armor.
How many main characters are not even fighting in the battle though?
But they have left. So you got Tormund. He bounced with all his wildlings.
I honestly thought he was going to die in that episode.
I thought he was going to die
I
too.
thought he was too.
You got
He's
Sam.
another one that had really big plot armor. Here's the thing, though, is like
He should have died 9 times.
I'm okay. Yeah, he should have
He
died
was a
back.
fan favorite. That was the only way he survived on the wall. That was
Exactly. He should have died before the wall. He should have died when they were beyond the wall. When they all
I
like,
mean, he did have like 9 spears in him when they were doing that battle at the wall when they
Yeah.
were attacking the wall. But yeah, no, that's
yeah,
fine.
never mind. That's fine. Yeah, he's cool.
Kissed by fire.
arrows.
He should have gets by fire. That's why he's alive. I'm okay with them not
Giant
killing them off,
Uh-huh.
but don't put them in a situation to where they should have died. Jamie and the big woman
Yeah.
should have died
Yeah, because they were backs against the wall
backs
type of
against
thing.
the wall, getting swarmed.
Yeah.
And then like
That's, that's the best spot to be.
I
But
thought-
we can creep up behind
look,
you.
but no, they
You
were
got 3 directions.
They were getting
baby.
swarmed.
Talking
and
about
none
3
of-
hours.
They were getting swarmed and
real
not
time
not
of them just like.
But like not one person or not one enemy was stabbing them like they stabbed everybody else to kill them.
They were constantly just like.
yeah,
To where nobody
like
got
6
one
days
hand
and
in.
6 nights of
exactly.
just
That's
like,
All you need is one for them to go and then the rest of them were just stabbing them
Exactly.
to death.
I heard a potential, not spoiler because it's not confirmed, but a potential
theory.
Spinoff
theory. Thank you.
Okay.
So, do you know how Danny's brother died? Not the one that obviously
The crown guy,
No,
not the crown guy.
Rhaegar?
Do you know how the
Rhaegar?
crown guy died?
Rhaegar? Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
know how he died?
Yeah,
He
hammer
got
to the
his
chest,
hammer to
right?
the chest.
From?
From Baratheon.
And
Do you know what he was wearing when he died?
Ruby, he had his armor and it had rubies.
Do you know what that signifies?
A lot
Cyclops'
of
glasses.
money
I don't know.
inside of
Shape shifting. So the Daenerys, I've read a lot
It
of backstory.
signifies you caught a fucking hammer to your chest that's played with rubies.
Wait, hang
instead
on.
of-
Rubies.
Why would you have
signify-
rubies of armor?
It's because
Ri-
it's like he has armor and then it's like the bedazzled.
Oh, he
that,
bedazzled
that set of
himself.
armor apparently gave you the ability to shapeshift. So what they're saying is that
They found the rubies and the armor in the water.
okay.
That's how he knew he was dead.
What they're saying
Oh,
is
so they didn't find a body?
what they're saying is
It
that
got
he put
washed.
that on somebody else to look like him,
Oh, you think he's
And-
alive still?
and he's alive, sitting there waiting for this entire thing to be done, and then to walk forward and be like,
I'm the
"Hey
princess.
guys, I'm
But
I have
why?
the best claim."
You waited. Hold on. You've waited. Okay, the war's over after you get killed, right?
The usurper killed his father.
Okay, and then
Took the throne.
and then it's like 40 years after that. You telling me he was just sitting in the cuts the whole time?
Was it
After that?
20 years? I think.
Okay, 20 years.
40.
In the
That's
show
a
that-
big goddamn difference.
20 years is still a long damn time to sit in the cut for no reason.
Agreed, but it's a difference between
Well,
60 and 80.
No, not for no
It was
reason.
20
If he's
years.
dead,
Stark's dad and brother got burned. The war lasted like I think it was like a couple
Well, because
years.
think about John. John's got to be 25-ish, and he was born right.
So if
When it was taken,
okay,
so-
so if you got 25 years, tell me why
the story
he's
where it starts, it's 10 years.
tell me why he's waiting in the wings.
because he has no army. He has
nothing.
no army.
His family's dead.
Okay,
His kingdom is taken.
so why would he
been
come right
usurped.
now?
because
Because it's the best time where everyone's weak. The war's over.
Boom.
Everyone's killed everyone. There's nobody left. Let's say Danny.
So you're
dies.
saying at
Let's
the
say Cersei
very
dies. Let's
end
say-
of the whole thing, then?
It's a theory, yes.
Okay,
that
okay.
at the very end, when everyone's like, maybe John dies, maybe Cersei dies, maybe
Okay.
Danny dies, and he comes forward and says,
what's up?
"It was usurped. Baratheons are all gone. Lannisters are all gone. I'm the last Targaryen. Boom, I'm come back in. Boom, he has everything back, and no one who's gonna complain about it. Who's gonna come forward and say I have the best claim?
So I can see that at the very, very end. That's what I understand. I thought you meant like
That-
next
it's-
episode he
no,
pops up
it's-
before the
no.
war starts.
No,
you know what I mean?
because he has
He's
a
got
legitimate
enough.
way to fight.
He's gonna pop up and be like, "Hey guys,
It's me, it's your father.
Well,
Long
see,
walk.
that's what
Long
I was.
walk.
That's what I was saying. That's
Do you know
that's
how
why I
long
don't
it takes
understand.
somebody to walk from Dorne? 20 years.
because
I really hate that Dorne has just not been as
So-
prevalent.
No,
Theory
they
is that
didn't.
that Dorne's going to be more prevalent in the next episode
Screw
or
that.
two
I want it
because
now.
they have a new
mentioned it-
prince.
They mentioned
Oh,
it
that's
in
true.
the last one, right? They
Yeah,
said
they have it. He has a new
You have a
prince.
new
Who
prince.
was
They
the
didn't
Dorne,
show
the
him.
Dorne was coming to Danny's side, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
They pledged their allegiance.
Who did Viserys said that?
Dorne,
Varys.
Pledged it.
Varys.
Varys.
Varys just said it, but who,
Varys said that
who
the
from
new,
Dorne?
new,
The new
prince,
prince.
of Dorne,
And who's the new prince? Is it
probably one of.
Oberyn?
yeah, Varys was like, I stake
Oberon
my,
has 1,000.
stake my
kids,
life on it.
But Oberyn wasn't
Or
the
balls,
king.
one
He
of
was the
them.
prince, right?
But
Yeah,
His
but then
brother
they
was
killed
the
the king.
but his brothers did, and his brother's sons did. I don't know if he had any more kids, but they're
Well,
probably
hopefully
dead.
they do because when they have been prevalent, they've been pretty badass.
Yeah. Well,
But-
except for the one.
Yeah, I was about to say, except for that one time.
Which one time?
Well, let's see.
Oh, dude got stabbed the mountain in the chest though.
He
Yeah.
fucked the fucking mountain. You he died to
He
Joe.
could have, but he could have won the thing
If he wasn't too
just-
busy showing
but he
off.
was he
got
had an
way too
objective.
flashy, and he was drinking the entire goddamn
I
time.
don't
too.
care. Like
He also
you have
had
a
an
mission.
objective.
Like yeah,
You have the mountain sitting there just like full armor, like just waiting, and then you have Oberyn just like sexing up and like drinking everything,
should
like
have been.
snorting coke, and he's just like, all right, let's do this, and then gets a good shot off, and then just goes a little far with
did-
with the
he-
cockiness.
No,
pretty
he
much killed him.
basically beat him. Yeah,
Well, he did kill
because
him.
he's dead. He's
Mountain's
he's
dead.
just one of the Night King without being the Night King kind of thing.
Hey,
over
whatever
here.
happened to speaking of the mountain? Whatever happened to
The other two mountains that they were banned?
no the
they got fired. That's what happened.
the nun?
Oh,
She-
didn't Cersei have her?
Yeah, but she didn't
and-
die.
No, I know because the mountain was going in there and
Mounting her.
up.
Yeah,
Is that what he is? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
She said, "I'm not going to kill you. That'd be too easy."
I think it was
Yeah.
implied.
said,
Yeah.
"So Gregor is going to come in every day and go to Pound Town."
Gotcha.
That's terrible. Delete that whole 10 seconds. Yeah, that's terrible. Fairly accurate though.
All right,
But,
are we done with the?
Yeah, I would have given it about an 83.
Really?
That's what I've given
You
it.
Okay,
liked
what
it
about
that
this last
much, huh?
episode?
Huh?
What about the
Oh,
last
the
episode?
last episode I'd probably given it like 60.
Yeah.
It was. I understand the war
40.
just ended and stuff, but Arya was nowhere to be found that entire time.
She left.
She
Why do
she
you-
was just
why
sitting
do
there
you need
shooting
her?
arrows. She killed
She's
the Night
training.
King. She killed the Night King. They're all celebrating, and
Yeah.
they're not even like they're barely talking about Arya.
Because she knows it's not over. I gotta still train.
She knows. I get that, but shouldn't they all be clamoring about her?
Yeah.
and
Where's
just be like-
Arya?
They talked
Yeah.
about her a little bit. They rose
sorta.
the
They
cups
rose-
to her. Yeah,
they
rose
all-
the cups.
and then they named what's his face, Gendry.
yeah,
Yeah, that was a power move.
that's a power move for.
Smart, really, really smart. I get
Danny,
that.
yeah.
He got shut down like a bitch. He got shut down like a bitch. Let's
Well,
just
He
say.
should've-
he
he should've known
said
that, though.
differently.
But
No, he
Don't call
should've-
her a lady.
by her killing the Night King, she just killed
Yeah,
100,000,
yeah, just
200,000
killed-
troops.
yeah,
It's like,
easy.
There's no reason they should have like not brought her into it. She's a loner. I get that, but
Yeah.
they should have clamored that up a little bit. But the whole Missandei thing, that was just like, hey guys, you're complaining about us not killing main characters. Let's get rid of somebody, right?
I don't
So
understand.
you're angry when they don't do it, and then you're angry when they do it.
because
They-
they did
no.
it. They did it as like a pity thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That the Masande thing
she
came out of
should have
nowhere.
died in the battle. I
'Cause
mean,
first
She
of all,
wasn't in the battle. She was
Grey
in the
Worm.
crypt.
was in
Grey
the
Worm
crypt.
should have died in the battle.
why was
Grey Worm should have died.
Grey Worm should not have died in the battle
why not?
Why? She's
because
dead. But
it
he
makes
serves no
it makes
purpose
so much
now.
sense now.
He serves no purpose now.
No, he's leading her army.
No, no.
been
What I'm
leading her
saying
army,
is,
but it was
I
instead
know,
of-
and now he's irrational right now.
instead of Missandei dying in this past episode, Grey Worm should have died before. It should have been Grey Worm to die, not Missandei.
What would
That
be
would
the
be
point
way
of
more
Masande, no,
Sunday?
Masande would be useless then because she's kind of been useless
yeah,
this
no,
whole.
That's
They've
fine.
relied on each other for the past like
Yeah, yeah.
3 or 4 seasons.
But he signed his death warrant when he said he was going to take her home.
Yeah,
He should have
'cause
died. It
He's
made
gonna die
way
next
more
episode.
sense.
He'll die next episode.
He's going to do something stupid. He's going to be
Yeah, he's gonna
all
get
crazy.
himself
He's gonna
killed.
try Arya,
Yeah, and
which-
it's gonna
I saw Arya
he's
do it.
gonna-
I could
well,
do
it's
it.
gonna
Arya's
leave
gone.
them vulnerable.
But that was meh. The dragon dying, totally didn't fucking see that shit coming. Like,
Yeah, I don't think
I mean,
anybody
you're
did.
sitting there like, come with me, dun, dun, dun,
No,
and then dragon dead. I'm like,
I kind of saw that coming because nobody was riding the dragon and it was already damaged.
yeah, he was.
And then in
He was
every
pretty
single
fucked up.
episode, every single beginning of each episode, they're always showing that giant crossbow.
The scorpion?
No, the giant
Yeah,
crossbow.
scorpion.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Oh, well, they're showing that every single. And I was like, they're going to use that again. They're not just going to have it there and not show
They-
it.
I know
Well, they
what
had
they've
dragons,
been
of
doing.
course they were
What
gonna
they've
use
been
it.
doing is showing that Danny has been consistently making the wrong decision each time.
Yeah.
Which I get that.
She's it's her descent into madness.
Well, because she lost Sir Barristan,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago, though.
But he was the voice of reason. Like,
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
he
but
was
then he got
keeping
re-
her in check.
but he got
because Jorah wasn't
Replaced
there.
by like 3 different ones.
he got replaced by
Missandei, Tyrion, and
Jorah.
Missandei's only been there as a translator. She's rarely given like
no,
any
but
kind of
she's like
advice.
she's a friend. She's kind of like that outlet.
They braided each other's
event,
hair,
so-
Adam.
There
but,
you go.
But Sir Barristan like gave her actual like, don't, please God, do not do this, and she was like, all right,
Because
fine, fuck
she
it.
would listen to him.
Tyrion has been like, fuck, go this way. It didn't work. Go this way.
But he's
Okay, it
also
worked.
the brother of her enemies, so there's a little bit of
right. And then you have
Distrust.
the spider,
who's also
but
somebody
he's
that's
rarely-
been following.
You haven't seen him give her like sweet ass good advice that worked out.
No, he's kind of just been like, let's see where this goes, and
Right,
then
which is-
when it plays out the
Which is
wrong
not
way,
not
we'll take care.
again. You have Jorah and Sir
Jorah's
Barristan.
gone.
Who
Oh,
gave-
no, I agree
Yeah,
with
so
you.
now she's just like descent into madness. Like I don't know
Well,
what to do. Let me try
she's-
this. Let me try this.
she's been doing that.
going back
since
to her. I'm
last
a
season.
Targaryen. Let me make this Targaryen decision, and it's like she's losing so much
Targaryens
shit.
just got to
Yeah.
get out of there. Westeros is like
She already lost
causing
half
the-
her battle,
it's,
half
it's,
her.
it's just
army.
weird because they didn't, like, with each death of these advisors besides Jorah, or with each replacement. So we'll start with Sir Barristan. He died not from anything that she decided, right? He got killed by those fanatics.
It was
By
her
the-
fault.
No,
She-
it was
she
not.
sent-
Harpies.
She sent him into the street to go sing, and he was just out chilling, and he tried to go save Grey Worm, and then he got fucked.
No,
He
he was
was in the
going
wrong
out.
place
He was
at the
going
wrong
out
time.
anyway.
Yeah, I
That's
feel like
what
that
it
was the
was.
wrong place at
And
the wrong
it
time.
was-
It was not her
He
fault.
was telling her a story about her brother, about how good he sang, and she said, "Go sing on the streets for me. Go sing like my brother did."
Because he was leaving anyway.
He was leaving
though.
anyway, and she had
Not
to go to a
walk
meeting
amongst the- he's his bodyguard. Why would he just go walk around
because
town?
she had a
She
like
had-
a queen's council. Or
She
something.
had like a whole bunch of people.
and
that
the
were-
bodyguard just gets a time off when it's
Yeah.
Queen
She has
Council.
like 4 bodyguards.
She
She has
said,
Grey Worm.
I've been rewatching it, so I'm literally like just past where he died. She literally said, "Go out on the streets and sing for me. Take the night off." That's what she said. So she is not really at fault because it's obviously the Sons of the Harpies' fault, but
Yeah.
she just
Right.
said, "Take the night off, go sing."
Yeah,
Okay, that's what you're
yeah.
saying.
It wasn't
Okay.
her fault by saying that.
Again, but if he was there at her side, that never would have happened.
That's like if I was on a diet and I was like, "Hey, Adam, eat some Cheetos for me. Thanks, buddy." And then just random. It's just a saying. It's
No,
not.
that's
I
like
mean, I
that's
think
like
you're
me being
looking.
Justin Timberlake saying, "I'm going to go to this fast food restaurant real quick." Bodyguards wait in the car, and I get stabbed while on the line. That's what happened.
Oh no, the bodyguards get blown up. Not you.
That
you go
one.
and
same
yeah,
fucking thing. But it's me making
thing,
a
but reverse
decision.
it.
That one. He gets it.
they get blown up.
He gets it. But yeah, that was technically her fault. And then Jorah literally died doing the one thing that he
But that's years later
been
though.
wanting to do.
agreed. But
That's what I don't
That
understand.
Remember-
doesn't mean that her descent into madness didn't start earlier on, and
it
then
did.
just
But
eventually.
then Jorah finally came back, and Jorah was making good decisions.
He was
and-
keeping
and
her in check.
Yeah,
a
yeah,
little
yeah,
bit
yeah.
longer.
Yeah.
Now that he's gone, this whole thing that she just did in the most recent episode never would happen.
She has nobody else to keep her.
Jorah, because
besides Jon.
Tyrion is a bitch when it comes to telling her what to do because he's afraid of her, and he just admitted it.
Yeah, yeah,
with,
yeah, yeah,
with
yeah,
the
yeah.
spider. He said, or with Sansa actually. He's like sometimes you fear the ones you respect. Blah blah blah. Blah. Jorah would have said, "Khaleesi, this is honestly what I would think that you should do. You shouldn't do this. You should do this." And she would have listened because she has those times of being like, "Nope, I'm crazy. You're right." Now she just has Tyrion, who's like, "I'm gonna tell you something. Let me know how you like it. You like it? Okay, let's go."
His decision with his sister was the thing that made me like, why? Like this woman has a history.
But he made a good point. He's like, she would do anything for her child. And as of right now, we believe that the child's 100% serious. So he's like, she'll want to protect the child. She'll do this.
Speaking of, was Euron Greyjoy sitting there thinking, how the fuck does he know?
Yeah,
you just
no.
told me 20 minutes ago.
I like that they put so much focus on that. Like he really deduced. He's like, is there no way that Tyrion could have found out that she's pregnant?
But
Like, hold on. Like they totally set it up like we knew. Like we're like, oh, but there's no way Euron would have known that. And he would have been like, oh, maybe, how'd he find out?
the
Yeah.
reason why I still disbelieve that Tyrion is going on that she'll do anything for her baby is because he played that card once, trying to get her to come down or come up north to help fight. He
I think
That was
deduced
the thing.
he deduced that she was pregnant, and
So
that
she'll
when he had
protect
the
us
one on
because
yeah. So when he saw that did not work,
Jamie came up and said wrong.
and Sansa even said, "You believed her?" Like, so that's two people. So that's your brother and a person that you were married
Other
to.
people that don't believe her, but
Yeah.
again, he thinks himself an intellectual to be like, of course she's going to do this.
But
She
that's
has a
weird
child.
though. But it's like he ran around these people in the first few seasons that were all
If she's-
cutthroats,
if
right?
she's not pregnant, it would make sense.
But no. Even if she is, this is what I'm talking about the character. I'm putting it back on Tyrion.
And what I'm saying is, if her character reveals that she's not really pregnant, then that makes sense as to why she didn't try to protect anything.
Okay, but I'm talking about Tyrion, just Tyrion.
Right.
His decision making.
Correct.
In the first few seasons, which you've already gone through, you know how he acts around people that he knows are all backstabbers and everything like that. He would have never made the same type of call back then. What has changed now to make him be like, I think I can get through to her? Even though I've already tried this card before and it failed. Let's try it twice.
Did they talk? They talked
They talked.
after he killed her father, right?
They,
After he killed her father.
yeah,
Because
because
they went to King's Landing to
and-
bring the
And,
and
the
he-
fact that he was still alive is why I think he was thinking those things.
and he was like, you know what?
I'm surprised she's let him.
But
do
like
it
it's
so many
because I'm
times.
like that's the evidence right then and there. So after they had their big council meeting, and she was like, "Nope, I'm going to keep my army since John pledged his loyalty to you or whatever, and we'll deal with the rest of the dead after you guys are done." Then he was like, "Let me go and try to talk to her."
Right.
I understand that because then he went in there where he could have just been killed right off the bat.
Yeah.
I don't get that for the life of me.
He could have been killed right off the bat. So he went in there. He actually got the desired outcome from the conversation that he wanted. She was going to bring her army up north, and because he played the whole "you're pregnant," like this is about your kid now. So he did that. He went back up to north, waiting on this. Click, click, click. Nothing happened.
Are you a poker man?
So are you saying bluff, like calling somebody's
I
bluff?
I think they both met each other head on,
Yeah.
and he because I don't remember that episode exactly. I don't know if she told him or if he deduced it.
he deduced it. She
deduced
never
Yeah,
actually
he
said
deduced
If
it.
he
Yeah.
deduced it,
She sat
Because she
there
kept
and
rubbing
this.
bellies. Yeah.
he's assuming he's like, you're pregnant.
Yeah.
You're gonna protect us. You're gonna help us out because you want to save your child because that's how you are, and that's how the conversation went.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, fine. If she is lying about being pregnant and she was doing that knowing that
He
He's
led the
observant stuff.
conversation.
Yeah, no,
She
I
rolled
can
with it.
understand
so
Cersei.
I can understand him from that point because if he thinks 100% that she's pregnant, he knows screw how crazy she is. She's gonna do this, so he made a decision
He
based off
put
that.
all his chips.
Yeah, the
on
first
one.
time.
So again, the first time, that's the time we're talking about.
No, okay.
It's
so
all
then,
kind of together.
okay, so now I'm talking about the second time. So like the first time,
This past episode.
yeah, the
this
first
past
time,
episode.
the first time, I'm betting that you're going to save your child's life by coming up there and helping us kill the
Got
dad.
it. So
I go up there. You didn't do that. What? Okay.
Okay,
So the second time, I'm thinking, okay, were you late? Is that what happened? What happened? Like, if you weren't willing to risk your child's safety
What's the second time that we're talking about? I'm confused.
when he
This
went to
past
try to
episode-
save Missandei.
When he with this past episode, when he was done talking to Qyburn and he walked
Yeah.
up to her.
And I think that's the time where she's confirming that she's not really pregnant.
Yeah, but still, I don't understand
She's pregnant.
Tyrion. I still don't understand why, if you've been
It's-
burned once,
It's out of.
She let him
It's,
live
it's
again,
desperate.
which
it's-
is weird to me.
what do you mean? Just like right then at the wall?
Why
or right
not?
in the gate?
Why not kill him?
I understand. I still understand.
And I think that's why he's like, she's vindictive. She hates me. She's hated me since birth. He heard the story from Oberon about her pinching him and
Okay,
stuff in his.
okay. Because now that small thing, I can understand when she had them draw the
Yeah.
bows, and then they stopped.
And
I can
and
understand
he's
that
kind of-
one.
He's just like,
Okay.
I don't know how to read you anymore. Like, what's going on?
Yeah, I can understand that. But still, I'm like, this woman has a track record, even before you killed Dad, of hating you and everybody around
But
you.
he still thinks he's. Even Sansa said it. She's like, I used to think you were the smartest man.
Exactly,
in
right?
The world. So
and,
he's.
and then and it's
it's
like,
only come to Cersei because everything else he's pretty spot on. He pretty knows what he's talking about.
but it's like
Throughout the
you've
series,
never,
I don't think he's been able to really.
like he's never. That's what I don't
Not with
understand.
her. Not with. No.
Not with
he's-
Cersei.
he's
Yeah,
not-
exactly.
he's
That's what
never
I'm-
been able to
Everything
really.
else. And
Okay.
that's what
her.
I think that's what frustrates him the most, and why he keeps possibly making the same because it's just like the gamble.
It's insanity.
I was wrong
man.
this time, but now I know better, so I'm gonna be right this time.
And that's what I'm saying. It's insanity.
It
You
is.
just keep
It
doing the
is.
same thing over
It
and
is.
over.
It's just it's
But
it's
he-
him
he-
being desperate. I think in the situation
Agreed.
with everything that's going on, he's like, this is the only chance for me to
It's
be
either
able to
Dany's-
save everybody.
It's either Danny's gonna kill him because he's fucking up, or Cersei's gonna kill him because there's only two sides at this point.
Yeah,
He should've stayed
with
Valeria.
him doing what he did, he's
Valeria?
trying to steal
Didn't he
his
go
sister.
like to where they have the dragon scale? Where was that? When he was,
Why would he
through
stay-
Why
Valeria,
the fuck
but-
would
he
you
went
stay
through there?
there?
Because it's safer than what he's at now. That's why.
He literally almost died.
He would
Friggin'
have
sad.
died in 8 seconds if he stayed
He's
there.
safer.
He
there.
should have stayed across the ocean with
with bodyguard guy.
Oh yeah, he should have stayed in Essos.
Her
with,
her man,
Almost said
Daenerys' little man guy. No, the one that she kept over there to run the
Yeah.
city.
Yeah,
yeah.
Marin.
Marin, yes.
Marine.
What was his name? The second son's.
The sons. I don't know what the guy's name.
Dario.
Dario.
The guy that had
Dario
two,
Naharis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If he stayed there,
which-
he would have been fine. Yeah, he would have been.
He would
fine.
have been 100% fine. But
Dario's
again,
fine.
I think she
He's
said hand of the
living
king.
fine in the palace right
She
now.
said hand of the king, whatever.
Big question though. Does he die at the end?
Who?
Tyrion,
Tyrion.
because he's a fan favorite.
He's made it this far.
Probably.
He should have died on the
I'm
boat.
surprised he.
When the freaking.
I'm surprised he survived the crypts. I thought,
Exactly right.
I thought that was gonna. I
I'm
thought that was
surprised, he
thought
gonna,
they were
survived.
gonna
I'm
off each other?
surprised he survived. Yeah.
You thought they were gonna offer
You thought-
each other.
For a second.
I'm surprised he survived this last episode on the boat.
I'm surprised he survived the battle
He's a
of
survivor.
Blackwater or
That's
That's all
whatever.
he's been doing. He's
caught
surviving.
got a knife to the face. Why didn't the guy just keep going?
It's a sword.
Because
Podrick came with a
killed him.
fucking spear and stabbed dude in the
fan
face.
favorite. The plot.
And then fall on him.
The plot
Boom.
armor is quite.
You have some of the weirdest fucking
Just saying.
There's been several times he either was going to die or should have died. I know he's one of my favorite characters, if not my
Tyrion?
favorite character. Yeah.
And that's what's kept him alive.
And that's what's kept
He
him
probably
alive.
will die.
Because what other purpose has he added to the show other than to lead Danny into possibly the wrong direction?
He
to be
drinks
the
and he knows things.
He's been the only
Now he just-
American.
He's
Now he
been
just
Doesn't
drinks.
drink? No, he stopped drinking.
That's
right?
true.
No, he's
Until
drinking.
this-
No,
until this last
since
I was
episode.
gonna say,
he
yeah, his last
wasn't-
She's
episode.
like,
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
like, you're drinking a lot. And he's just like, I don't know anything, but I still got my drinking.
Nah, he was drinking. Because when they were
Probably off
sieging
and on.
Marine, he
Well,
was
because he
drinking
stopped
wine.
once he got to Marine. Because
He was
when
drinking
he
in
got on the
Marine.
boat, he was drinking like crazy.
Yeah, but
then
he
when he got
toned it
named
back.
Hand of the King, he
he was
Hand of the
drinking
Queen, he
when Daenerys left.
right. And now, so he doesn't know very many things, and he stopped kind of drinking, and he doesn't whore anymore. So he doesn't have a lot of things going for him that we loved him so much for.
Another
His,
question.
his character kind of started like
Because I think that,
not
I think that he
deteriorating,
should have
but
been gone a
he's been
while
breaking
ago,
down.
and they're trying to write him in to keep us satisfied.
Another question before we wrap this up. We've gone 30 minutes, by the way.
Episode 1.
The Hound.
he's gonna die.
Okay, I don't really care if he lives or dies, but
They're gonna kill each other.
actually, I feel like.
They're literally gonna go 1-on-1 and kill each other.
But see,
No, I think-
why would he walk up to the guy and be like, his brother, and be like, you know who's coming for you?
He has
Who the hell's
nothing-
coming for him?
well, he
The Hound's coming from.
Oh
How do you know?
yeah.
No,
That
he didn't
episode.
say. He said, "I'm not the one that killed you." He said, "You know who's coming for you."
You have another fate, and you know
Yeah.
who it is.
say it again.
It was the one. It was when they all went
That's
to
not what-
King's Landing, and they were in the arena when they brought the
Oh,
white.
when the white, yeah.
Yeah, and the
Yeah.
Hound walked up to his brother.
And he said, "You still in there?
He's
Yeah,
like-
you're still in there. You remember me."
And you
And
know
he
what's
said,
coming
"This
to
is
you.
at the end for you. You know what's coming for you."
Right.
No, he said, "You know who's coming
No,
for
he
you."
said, you know.
I could have
what's
swore he
coming.
said, "You know who's coming for
Okay,
you."
what does it matter either way?
Because I want to know who
wouldn't
the hell's coming for him.
Wouldn't it be him,
Him.
either way? What does it matter?
I don't know.
You know what's
mean,
coming
could
for
be-
you. Know
You know who's
who's
coming
It
for
could
you?
be the
This
Hound.
guy.
It could be the Hound, or it could be somebody else.
Why would it? Nothing else has shown that.
That's why. That's
The
why I
entire
don't
time they've
understand.
been
Yeah.
talking about how the Hound and the Mountain hate each other.
Well, here's
Right.
the thing, though. I mean, you can give that theory some type of like credence only because there's crazier theories out there. You just gave us one about Rhaegar coming out of nowhere. There's been nothing to show anything that
Baby
he
dragons
can,
either.
like-
Nothing has shown anything about the baby dragons.
Okay, yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like,
That's why they call theories, guys.
exactly. That's why I don't think any of the theories are ever going to
throne
be
theory.
anything. Like any of the theories never terrible. None of the
You
theories
can't
are
haha your own joke, man.
ever going to
Yeah.
come out that has something to do with the deeper lore. I feel because they're just
Nothing's coming out with
Yeah,
the
I don't
deeper
think
lore.
anything's going to
because
ever come out of the
That's like
deeper
expecting
lore.
Mountain-
the extended universe
The
to come out in
Mountain
Star Wars.
is
Exactly.
supposed to have been dead by this point. The Mountain should not have come back as a zombie because he never did.
Well,
That's just for the
the
show.
books are also not finished, so
Well,
It's been confirmed that the Mountain has not. I haven't read the books, but either that he's already dead or that he doesn't live. So
my theory.
they've only had him on there for whatever purpose, and I'm assuming it's to satiate the whole Hound Mountain thing.
My theory is that it is the Hound and the Mountain are going to fight. The Mountain's going to kill the Hound, and Arya is going to kill the Mountain. While the Mountain's busy killing the Hound, Arya is gonna come out and kill because the mountain's on her list.
I don't know, I kind of
Oh,
feel
is
like
he? He's on our list.
Oh
right
yeah,
now.
but so is the Hound, to be honest.
It'll be one of those things.
She took the Hound off.
I mean,
Who else is on the list? That she has
It's just
Cersei.
Cersei. right now, I
Cersei,
think.
she
the
got
mountain.
everybody else.
Did she get everybody else?
Yeah.
No,
Ellen
she
Payne.
didn't get everybody else.
She got Ellen Payne.
Well, she
Ellen
didn't.
Payne,
but
nobody
they're either
died.
dead
said anything.
or
Walter Frey.
How did Ellen
She got
Payne
Walter
die?
Frey. Huh?
How did Ellen Payne die? They haven't shown him because he's the dude
So-
with no tongue.
Right.
And he's
They haven't shown it in
executioner.
a long time.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the thing is they even mention it in one of the. She even says in one of the episodes to where either she's killed them or they've died by some other means.
I mean, I guess that's a
But-
way to
so
write it
was
off.
Sir,
Yeah.
Sir Marin. She killed.
She stabbed in the
Yeah.
eye.
I can tell you right now,
Regardless.
it's Cersei Lannister still alive. Joffrey Baratheon dead.
Dead.
Sir Marin Trant
Dead.
dead. Tywin Lannister
Dead.
dead. Walder Frey
Dead.
yeah, dead. But this one says alive. This is probably an old list.
So probably still has the Hound on there. And sure, you said she took
Polliver.
the Hound off. Polliver.
The capturing.
Yeah,
for
that was the
capturing
dude that
Harry
killed her friend. She
The one that she
stabbed
stabbed
in
in
the
the
neck.
And she
She's
killed.
dead.
Yeah.
The Hound is still on here. The Mountain.
Okay.
Melisandre. She's
Oh,
dead.
yeah,
Melisandre's
'cause she
dead.
took Gendry.
But she's dead.
That was another thing that pissed me off about that episode. Was she just like walks out and like,
She had said it though. She's like, "I'll be dead before the sun rises."
yeah, I know, but like,
No, when it kind of irritated me too because when
was so
when she walked
anticlimactic.
up to what's his name
The Onion Knight.
but
Yeah,
what's his name
Sir Davos?
Davos, when she walked up to Davos and was like, no need to execute me, I'm
I
gonna be
got
dead.
this.
I thought he was just about to be like, you know what, but I want to do it. And
Yeah.
then just slice her.
She was a.
No, she had to serve
She
a
served-
purpose for the Lord of the Light.
She didn't serve a huge purpose in that episode, but she did a couple
I'm
things.
sorry?
So she did the lighting of the swords, which all that did was light up.
Give you a
To
little
let
bit of
them
light.
see, give you some, give they.
line them up.
She,
That was
gave
whack.
she gave the Khalasar some hope, which was
Yeah.
cool.
Because they didn't have any
They didn't care.
weapons.
They were going to rush it anyways, but at least that let us see what the fuck was going
people
on.
were I saw a couple of people that were pissed off of that.
Yeah, that made no sense to me. Like, I understand trying to draw the Night King out, but at the same time, you have two fucking dragons. Lead with the dragons.
Well, the second they started using the dragon, that's when the storm hit. But
Yeah.
my
Yeah,
problem
'cause
is
it
you
pulled the
guys
storm.
are. My whole problem with that whole thing is you're surrounded. You're at a little castle defending yourselves,
Yeah.
and you send out on the offensive.
Yeah, no,
Wait
yeah.
for the stay back and be
Well,
defensive.
that's how they fight.
How'd
Their
that
whole
go?
thing is
Yeah.
fighting
How'd that
on horseback. So
I'll get
why
that.
would you
Why
you
don't-
keep them back
They're
just
gonna
on
rush
horseback?
you.
You're gonna
You think they
fuck.
came all this way to sit there and wait for you to
No,
attack?
I understand that, but you got to remember how the Dothraki fight.
And then
They fight a certain way. That's
It-
why they can't. Nobody else can.
it was weird. It was
handle them in
because
battle.
it was weird because it was like the Dothraki before they even showed them first fight in like a major battle. They were built up to be this just like epic army type of thing, right? Like these were
Well, the whole thing is, they made a callback to it, like Dothraki on horseback cannot
exactly
be defeated,
because
right?
they beat the snot out of the Lannister army.
Yeah, no,
with
they
their-
destroyed
like, they
them.
just
And that was
killed
before
them
the
Well,
dragon.
it's like
practically.
Jamie kept telling like Cersei, like we can't beat them.
Right.
I've
Yeah.
seen them fight.
also a dragon that
Robert Baratheon
No,
said
even
you'd
before the
be,
dragon.
only a fool would fight
Right.
the
We'll meet them-
Dothraki in open
meet a
open
Dothraki
battle.
field, right.
Yeah, like even before the dragon came and she was on that Lannister fight.
Well,
the Dothraki were killing those
the Dothraki
guys.
were coming, and then they're like, okay, let's
When they
do it.
propped
And
up
then
on
the
them
dragon,
horses?
and then the dragon came out of
Boat?
nowhere, and they're like, oh fuck.
Yeah, now we're double fucked.
But
But-
that whole thing made no sense to me because the Dothraki, they do their own thing, but they had a war council up there calling the shots.
Yeah.
They didn't rush off to do.
They
their own
put
thing.
them in the front.
But
For
they
a
also,
reason.
Their
For
whole
the
thing was, okay,
offensive,
go do
yeah.
what you can.
Yeah.
And those lights went out in 10 seconds.
Yeah, and then there was like one
cool seeing
Dothraki
them.
that ran
And then
back.
you know why though?
6, and then Jorah's all bloody, and you're like, Jorah, you were not in the fight.
To do that, they had to eliminate them somehow because
They could've
then they would
waited.
just be OP against Cersei's army.
They could have
It's-
waited
it's
15 more minutes.
Same reason why they had
But
to
they're
kill
still-
the second dragon.
Remember,
is-
that was only half of the Dothraki. Because in the most recent episode, remember when Grey Worm goes up
Oh, yeah.
and grabs half? The Dothraki goes up and grabs half.
Yeah,
You're telling me that only half of the Dothraki went up and died? And
those are the
half
ones
came
that
back?
walk.
That was crazy to me. I'm like, no,
The
the
horses.
Dothraki are dead.
With the Dothraki
Those
that
are
have
the
no
women
horses.
and children.
They're
Yes.
like, there's no Dothraki left. They're like, yeah, only half of us died. I'm like, bullshit.
So there is half Dothraki left.
Somehow
Supposedly, yeah.
still
And
half
still
left.
what, half
I
unsullied
don't
as
know,
well?
Still
when they-
half unsullied.
When they zoomed out, there was just that small group of Unsullied next to
And again, Grey Worm said,
no,
yeah,
San-
50
Missandei's
gone.
army.
half gone. I'm like,
I don't think that was all on.
Yeah, that wasn't all.
No,
of
I
it,
know,
yeah.
but there was no
Why-
Dothraki there. Is
Why
what I'm
she
getting at.
why she went with 20 people to go
That
talk
was
to
weird.
Cersei?
That was
like,
very weird.
Because if I was Cersei, I'd be like, fucking open the arrows and then the ballista.
Like,
fucking
yeah, she
scorpions.
could have.
that
Right now.
everyone went right there. Again,
Even the Drogon was chilling in the back.
the fact
Like,
that
oh, man.
Tyrion lived pissed me off because I'm like, why? Why would she let him live? And then you have the queen right there. You have Grey, or you have
have
General right there.
everybody.
Everyone's right there,
Yeah.
and they're just like, yeah, let him go, let him go. And I'm like, that's bad writing.
You bought an army, and you didn't even want to put them. Like, you didn't even want to show them.
Bad
we haven't
waste.
seen the Golden Company since the first episode.
Exactly.
That's another thing. So the Great Company,
Golden Company.
I actually just started watching a bunch of shit about that. So do you remember the dude that works for the Iron Bank that was
Yep.
talking to Cersei?
Yeah.
So that entire time that he's talking to Cersei, like, oh yeah, we'll totally back you up once we get our gold and everything. And
Are you
that-
talking about crap? Mycroft.
is that his name?
Is that his
No. He's the actor that played Mycroft in the
Oh.
Star Sherlock. With
He
Cumberbatch.
keeps keeps comparing her to Tywin, and how like, oh yeah, you're definitely like your
How much
father.
they owe?
They never said, but it was
Oh, it was a lot.
All of
It was
High
a
Garden's fucking gold.
It was a
Almost all of
substantial
Highgarden's
amount.
And they
gold.
were the richest people in Westeros because Lannisters.
because they
no
overtook
money.
Highgarden, and then they said, all right, this is for the Iron Bank, go do it. And it was like, holy shit. But the guy kept saying like, oh, you're just like your father. Yep. Oh, I can't believe you're like your father. Tywin would have never paid back the Iron Bank all in one lump sum. Because what is the point of that? If you owe nothing, then they have no allegiance to you. If you owe too much, then they have allegiance to the other side automatically. I'm not going to get my gold back from you. I'm going to join the other team. I'm going to join the Queen of Dragons to destroy
To
you because
get the
then I'll
money.
get my money back.
Yeah.
So paying half of it back, most of it back, this video I was watching, I can understand. But paying all of it back makes no sense because now you have this entire Golden Company, who, if you watch that episode again, where they're talking when he's talking to Cersei, he's learning what her plans are, and he doesn't say anything.
So
It's
you
just-
think there's going to be like a?
I think the Golden Company might choose Daenerys' side. Because again, the Golden Company always chooses. They're based off numbers.
Yeah. Where the money's at, that's where they're
And
at.
if right now, remember, because
What if-
it's 50-50 right now, it's because it's even, is because Daenerys lost half her soldiers.
I
That has
think.
brought it to even.
I think.
The Golden Company tips
I think
the scales.
that makes
I
a lot of
think-
sense.
That makes a lot of sense because I think otherwise, if they were on Cersei's side, they would have brought the damn elephants.
I don't think they. Terrible. Good lord.
She's so fucking.
I don't think they're going to switch sides. I think part of them are going to back off. Like, well, you can only afford this much, and then
You
they
say
just
that, but
leave.
remember, they're calculating. So if they back up and Cersei wins, that's dumb on their choice. If they back up
'Cause-
and Cersei loses, they didn't back Daenerys and be like, "You guys didn't help us out. I'm gonna fucking destroy you guys."
But
too.
they're paid mercenaries, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're paid
Okay,
service,
yeah.
but they also have to do it to where they have to advertise
Because
themselves.
look, who's talking to them? Like, there's nobody from Daenerys' side that's talking to them, being like, "Hey, look, you know."
That we know of.
Davos did once for Baratheon.
He went to the
so he's
Iron
already
Bank,
he's
yeah.
already been in contact
And
with them before.
Viserys
ha-
may, for
if
all
they
we
They
know.
mentioned they mentioned the Iron. They mentioned the Golden Company several times in the past either episode or a
Varys.
couple episodes.
If they, I don't. I think that'd be bad writing to not have some type of foreshadowing for that.
Just like the baby dragons, the Rhaegal thing. It's the
Yeah,
theory of it
theory
is
thing,
that
yeah.
something's going to come out of nowhere and be like, "Holy shit!" I never thought
So,
about
so
that.
I think that's the biggest thing that, and I
They're
kinda-
not going to show it
Did
to you every 2
Stannis
seconds.
borrow money from the Iron Bank?
The soldiers. Remember when he went and attacked
To attack-
the king beyond the wall?
But he got.
Oh, they didn't get money, yeah, because remember
He got money from
Davos-
there, right?
Right.
So there's a debt that needs to be paid.
That they won't be able to get. And they talk about this again because the debt goes to the next of kin,
Which is now
Gendry.
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 Oh, because he's a full blood. Well, he's
He's
full
now
on
Baratheon.
Baratheon.
He's now
Baratheon.
He's
Baratheon.
Baratheon
That's
now.
true, but and he's on the queen's side. They'd have to either join the queen's side to get that back, or they'd have to join Daenerys to get it.
So
Which-
all it takes is one smuggler to go talk to a bank to get them to send a raven to
Because I
swap
don't know if you
sides.
guys have noticed that Davos has the gift of
Yeah,
he's got the silver tongue over there that he can talk anybody into anything.
mind the flea
He
bottom
got
accent.
he got the Golden Company to be, or he got the Iron Bank to be like, here, give us this stuff.
Yeah,
He got Lyanna Mormont to be like, give us your soldiers.
60 soldiers.
And he's just being
And
able to
then
talk.
he talked to Daenerys to get John to mine the damn dragon glass.
When
Yeah.
you lose your fingers,
He's
you gain a silver tongue.
been his whole purpose. I'm surprised he's still there. But,
A little bit better than Tyrion
but yeah,
Ooh, yeah, no, yeah.
so far.
I know this next episode is hopefully going to be the battle, like the war.
Yeah.
I haven't seen like the trailer thing for it.
This episode wasn't. It was just a.
It was another prep episode. We've had 3 prep episodes and 1 action.
We
episode.
have what is it? 6 episodes total.
6 episodes. I have 2 episodes
and
left.
2 of them have been just like.
3 of them have.
3 of them have been just
prep.
nothing.
So if they do one more just prep, then
Shoot somebody.
Yeah, then it's
And
a
they already
wash.
caught a lot of flack for that war episode, mainly because of Arya. A lot of people didn't want Arya to kill him, and the second one was lighting. People got so pissed off that they couldn't see anything.
The Arya thing I didn't care about.
If
And
we-
the Starbucks thing.
And
The Starbucks thing was a funny.
If-
That was the
It's
next
not the first time
episode.
it's happened.
That was the
No,
next
it's just
episode.
And a lot of people are
happening-
pissed about it because they're like, we've waited 2 years for this season, and you,
You guys
can't
have
pay
put so
fucking
much
attention.
time and taken so much time into this, and you couldn't fucking take a Starbucks cup off the. And again, that's not the first time because there was an episode with Jamie.
He's holding one.
He's holding a Starbucks cup in his hand, and this is like season 3 or 4.
Oh, well, so that's just canon. There's Starbucks in Westeros.
In Westeros?
It just.
It's called a
it di-
Starkbucks?
It didn't bother
Yeah,
me because
it's terrible.
That works.
Because that joke was the bomb.
It didn't bother me because I didn't see it, but when people were posting and stuff, I'm like, whose fucking job is it? If you're Jamie Lannister or Nikolai, whatever his name is, if you're sitting there holding a Starbucks cup, come on, man.
It's the director's job. When you're looking
No,
at
it's the director of photography's job, and the
Director's in the name. So you're
I'm-
fine.
I'm just
Whoever-
saying, if you're the actor sitting there and rolling, and you're just like
no, but it literally.
Drinking out of
I
a
would say it is.
caramel
Sipping.
macchiato.
I would say it is 100%, especially the Jamie one because he's holding it. If you're saying lines and you know camera is filming, there should be nothing in your hands unless the script tells you there's something in
Right.
your hand.
So that one, agreed, should not have happened, period. This one, it's on the table. I get that. But when you're looking at the camera and you're filming a scene, like, you're taking everything into. Do you remember the Teen Wolf?
Yeah,
Oh, the,
dude stands up and
And
his
the
penis
stands,
is
he
out.
just goes to stand up and his dick falls
Yeah,
out and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
like,
yeah,
there's
yeah.
someone's job to watch that.
Here's why I think. Here's the one thing why I think the Golden Company. It's a really good
Back
theory,
on track. Good for you, Webb.
but why? Yeah,
Was
why?
there a track in the
why
in the
I
whole
think-
hour of this
Tangents,
thing?
everybody.
why
even
I
supposed
think
to be
it's
an
not going to
episode.
happen is we already know they've already told us this is not going to have a happy ending. So
Agreed.
I don't
No, it's
think
not going to have an ending.
That you want.
Yeah,
That's what I think.
That's the
I
best.
think that's the thing.
I think we could agree that's the same thing, potentially.
because it's not what you're expecting. They're going to
Because-
throw you a left.
No. Hang on. Don't try and infer it. They said it's not going to have a happy ending. Not it's going to have an ending you don't expect because that could be anything.
Your happy ending. What's your happy ending?
They didn't specify
that's-
What's
your happy ending.
Your happy ending might be different from mine.
I think that's
They
what
said
they
a
literally
happy
said,
ending.
and I don't think anybody has. I think the whole dragon thing, or the whole not the dragon thing, because that's not. If you're a Danny fan, then that's. I think the whole Rhaegar thing, or like something completely out of left field, would be not a happy ending because no one fucking expected it.
I would
Yeah.
I would
and
hate
that,
that.
and that means that neither side wins.
You know
who
what's
else
gonna
would
happen?
hate that?
I don't
You
care
know who
about
else would hate that?
Cersei's going to die. The queen's
Who?
going to be around.
Emma.
The
Oh
Targaryens.
no, yeah, I'm with her on that.
Yeah.
I would 100% be with her on
They'd be
that.
like, we don't want a Targaryen. We want a Baratheon. Oh, he's a Baratheon? We're going to put him in there. And
I-
now, guess what? The queen just made a fucking usurper herself.
No,
I'm really nervous about watching
The
Game of
final?
Thrones at the next two episodes at my apartment because Emma is going to flip shit.
You could uninvite people, Web. It's
well,
your
There
house.
is a lock on your door.
Okay, well,
Exactly.
Emma can't come to the next.
Ejecto seat, cuz.
Terrible.
Well, we need that as a damn
But no, we're
fucking button.
definitely not putting that one in there.
All right.
But the I don't know. We're wrapping this up because this is literally this is 47 minutes
It's
into
a
this
full
damn.
episode.
I got another
Tangent.
47 on me.
We will put this one to bed because of
Freezing.
course we have other things to do. So
Jesus, this was just supposed to be a small opening. That's why
Yeah,
it was
my
quiet.
This was a mic
like
test.
half the
This
time.
was,
This is a mic test.
How do we sound? Go
this
back
was
and play it
definitely
again.
a mic test.
Go back and play it. How do we
This is
sound?
Game of tangents. I'm deleting all this.
Game of Thrones.
Game of tangents.
Destroyed.
All right. So yeah, that's it. Thank you.
See you
Predictions.
next time on
predictions?
Bing. Oh, never mind.
Oh, let's
Yeah. Sorry, I forgot where I was.
yeah. All right. Later, everybody.